about me. In the UFC, you guys didn't really get a chance to know me. You didn't get to know what I fought for, and that's what I fight for my kids and my family. You got a chance to know Mama Woodley a little bit more. You see the cloth that I was cut from, and the fight spirit that possesses inside of me. And I told you guys I was in shape. I told you I was ready to fight. I told you I was coming, and I told you I would look in better shape than he was. And I did it tonight. So I went back and I looked at it, and I'm like, why the fuck? And I dropped my hand. I would have both hands up. I was ready. I knew it was coming. I was ready to block overhand, and I don't know if he delayed it. Even if he didn't delay, I don't know why I dropped my hand. And in this sport, you only take one mistake, literally one mistake. I blocked so many shots, and the goal this time around was to extend my punches, to work the body a little bit, to press him a little bit more, to be a little bit more active. I didn't want to let him get 3 rounds ahead and start, peppering the steak and then me not returning back. I thought I did a great job of returning back. And I'm not done. Please do not look at me with sorrow eyes. Please do not look at me like shaking your head. I done fucked a lot of people up. A lot of people had to have that talk in the locker room. A lot of coaches had to go back to the drawing board. A lot of people in their mind, they knew, and I saw it in their faces. It broke their heart when I took that from them. So at some point, you're gonna have to start putting a little respect on Jake Man. I never really disrespect him as a power puncher. That's something we always knew. That's why my defense was so tight. And had he dropped his hand on me, the same shit would have happened. So I can't cry with spilled milk. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed for the opportunity to come out here and fight again and show you guys that I'm fucking still here. And I told my coaches in the back, I said, he back. The young, hungry bull that started to run on this crazy run in the UFC and Strike Force and all these different organizations, he was back. And I can actually say that I was back. So I'll let you guys ask me some questions.
During that round, before you got knocked out, you were dropping your hands a little bit. Before the knockout, what was kind of going through your mind there when doing that?
I mean, to be honest, sometimes it's strategy, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh, I drop my hands on purpose to fucking let him throw a shot and hit him back. But he was tight too. When you fight somebody for the first time and you guys both see that there's power involved, motherfuckers' defense started getting tight. So mine was tight, his was tight, and it was a chess match to try to get a shot in. He got a couple clean shots in, I got a couple clean shots in, but defensively, I think, both of us showed that we were really sharper than the last time. We actually grew as fighters. So I can't really tell you exactly why. Sometimes I just felt like I was too tense and I made a drop in just to breathe and loosen up and then just kind of get back in. So.
Hey Tyron, was there anything different about this fight from the last fight?
No, I thought he was going to come out a little bit harder because he was all emotional and stuff. And I do respect the fact that he kind of had controlled aggression. This time I think that I was more active. I think that when he threw punches, I countered more. I think that I led the dance a little bit more. I smothered my punches a couple times, and it forced us into clinch. And then you got to recognize that two big-ass guys that can knock each other out, motherfuckers starting to think about that power. So he's a wrestler by base, and I collegiately wrestled forever. So when you get that close, sometimes the actual reaction, you fucking grab the clinch. It ain't even on purpose. It's not because we're not trying to fight. So I think that it was more clinching than I expected. I knew I was going to be kind of pressing him. And I said that the last time, and I did it this time. But man, I was in shape. I felt good. I felt alive. My breathing was good. I was listening to my coach. I know they're going to say thank you. Last time I heard everything they said. I didn't do shit. What they were telling me to do this time, I feel like I was responding and I was kind of reacting.
Going into the end of that round, how did you feel like the fight was going? Like, did you feel
I thought I was
going
winning. It wasn't a landslide, but he got out the first 3 rounds the last time. I felt like he got the first 2 rounds. The 3rd round was kind of close, but I feel like I was winning the rounds after that.
Tyron, would you say that was the hardest shot you've been hit with? You've been in the UFC for a long time. For a lot of punches.
Nate Marquardt hit me with the fucking hardest shot. Yeah, but to be honest, Nate Marquardt fight was my favorite fight ever. So everybody thought I was a wrestler. They thought I was going to land pumpy leg. I got the rap for just, my collegiate background, and I couldn't get away from it. But motherfuckers knew I could fight, and we banged. Basically, almost finished in the round before. So that was probably the hardest shot I got hit with in that fight. When Jake hit me, I think I was just, the second I dropped my hand, it's not like he wrapped around my neck. But when I dropped my hands, I kind of almost exposed it here, so he kind of hit right there. That's an equilibrium shot. Anybody can, lose their balance on that side. So hit me with a clean flush shot. I don't know why. That's the only thing that drives me up the wall. Like I saw the shot, And right when you do it, I had both hands up blocking it. And I don't know if I was gonna try to block it and counter check Cook. I don't know what the fuck I was gonna do. And I dropped that damn head and he got the motherfucker through it.
Tyron, is there a part of you, like I know this is gonna gnaw at you and you'd love to get a third crack at Jake, but is there a part of you that is happy in a way that this rivalry, so to speak, is behind you, you can move on and do other things?
I mean,
or-
the rivalry is competitive athleticism. Shit, you want that. I'm tired of everybody fucking talking bad shit during press conferences and kissing and hugging at the end of the fight. No, let's fucking fight. And that's what I came to do. So the rival, I never disrespected him. He never disrespected me. He gave me credit, I gave him credit. But he truly was convicted that he was gonna beat me. And I was truly convicted I was gonna beat him. And that's what y'all wanna see. So we really gave y'all what y'all wanted to see.
He called out Nate and Masvidal after the win. Your thoughts on
I
those
mean, I
matchups?
can't hit on whatever. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I came here. I came to fight. You know, I believe I was an instrumental part of saving this card. A lot of people would have had to go home at Christmas and figure shit out. I pulled up, and I didn't pull up out of shape. I didn't pull up looking fucking like, you know what I mean? I was just taking a fucking paycheck. I came there to fucking do work. And it didn't go my way, but I was in the locker room and I had to pray. I was like, God, you know what? I'm blessed, man. I came out here, I was in shape. And Coach will tell you, we were training, but something happened in the last 2 weeks where we just converted and everything was spiritual. I was running in a fucking Stone Mountain, Atlanta, at altitude. And I knew I wasn't conditioned to do that, but I let my spirit take over. Sparring rounds, same guy I sparred the last time, undefeated pro boxer. You know what I mean? Very, very, very sharp amateur. And he wouldn't let no shot get through. This time he was punching me harder, and I think everybody wanted me to win, and it's a funny way your homies show you love by whooping your ass. And nobody eased up on me, and I didn't need them to, and I was game for it. And this boxing shit, I love it. I don't know why, man. I love it. I don't care about the running. Coach came in, and he was surprised at how much shape I was in when he came into town, and we got on the treadmill, and he wanted to test me. I know what he was doing. He always playing these fucking mind games and shit. Not telling you how much you running, and how far you running, and what you doing, and touching the damn treadmill and shit. So I slapped his hand, but he'll tell you I didn't wince, I didn't breathe. I kept a stone face, and I didn't care what he put the speed on. Move your legs faster, move your legs slower, and breathe. And I think that mentality is what made me me. And I'm just thankful and I'm blessed to be able to go out there and do that.
Tyron, when he got cut, did it change the strategy of the fight for you?
When he got cut?
Yeah, when you saw him get cut, did it change the
No,
strategy?
it wasn't over the eye. It was in the forehead. So over the eye, over the forehead. So
Wait for us outside.
I'm not aiming shots at the hard forehead. You know, I know you guys don't recognize, but I'm a very,
Let Jay come through.
I think a lot of these fights, so at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be aiming at his forehead to do a cut. I mean, I don't know how to cut out there, so like you made it answer on that, but, at the end of the day, what's up, Jay? At the end of the day, I'm not gonna just sit here and be punching at a dude's forehead.
Hold on.
Personally, I hate when
Wait.
discredit Jake's career and say like, oh, his fights are rigged. You know, Woodley got paid to take shots when that's something you never do in your career.
Give it up for these guys.
I said, personally, I hate when the naysayers hate on Jake's career, and even you by saying that, oh, he got paid to take a fall, when you guys are putting everything on the line in a fight like this. So what do you have to say to the people about Jake's power?
You know, I gave Jake his credit for the power the first time around. I said anytime somebody can touch anybody with one punch and put them down, I possess the same power. I know how dangerous it is. It don't matter what a fight can go. It only takes one shot to put a motherfucker on the ground. And I said he was playing the game. He's smart with the mind play. I'm a YouTuber, I'm this, and he downplayed it so much. And shout out to my dog Ben Ashton. I don't really think he took him as serious as he should have. And I don't think Nate Robinson really should have just ran in and took that punch like he did. So I knew about the power, but I had to find a way to still inch forward and still get punches off no matter what power he was throwing. And he threw a lot of power shots in this fight. And more shots were blocked for me this time than the last time. He still got something through. But at the end of the day, you know, it's a fight game, and yeah, I got to put a little bit of respect on his name. He's tough. There was times when he got a little fatigued, there's times when I got a little fatigued. He was moving forward, I was moving forward, and you know, he didn't show me anything that I didn't expect tonight. We train to give guys credit. We don't train to be like, oh, okay, this guy started. That's like somebody telling me I started in wrestling, so I shouldn't be a good MMA fighter. It don't matter what you started. If you put your heart, your soul, and you're passionate about it, you can become world class at anything.
Tyron.
All right, just one more for Tyron.
I know you said that you still want to continue boxing. So is the plan kind of that you go after a boxer, or do you kind of want to target another fighter?
I just want to fight, man. I just already had a plan to fight 4 times next year. This doesn't change that plan. Thankful for the opportunity to step in and fight in this fight. I was already kind of getting ready and geared up. I'm glad I was in shape. I'm glad I listened to my spirit. Because had they called me and asked me to fight and I was out of shape, I would have been doing what you guys thought I was doing, was just stepping in for a paycheck, and I wasn't doing that. I came in shape. I came ready to fight. You know, I want to thank Jake for taking the fight. This ain't a fight he had to take. He already beat me on paper. No matter what I thought, no matter what some of the fans thought, he could have just said, "Fuck it." You know what I mean? I wait on Tommy. Tommy is not he's not a power puncher like me. Nobody talked about Tommy as much as they talked about me and Jake fighting. And this was a risky fight for Jake. He took this fight. You talk about me taking her 2 weeks notice, but I've been thinking about this motherfucker for way more than 2 weeks. And I've been training to fix the mistakes that I did the last time. He had his mind set on another opponent, and then he had to say, am I going to do this or not? He could have just said no. He could have told the Keeson no, and I was sitting there with him, and he said, let's do it. So I respect him for that, for sure. And, you know, definitely it was a great fight tonight. You guys were entertained. And, shit, I dropped our fucking hands one time, and that's all it took, you know.
What about a third fight between you guys, a trilogy?
I mean, shit, you knocked me out. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm never gonna not say a trilogy. I would love to fight him again. The first time I felt it was very, very close. Obviously, one judge said I won, but you know, this is, you know, he got to figure out what he want to do. If he want to run it back, shit, I'm always down. Me and him could fight 10 times. You guys don't recognize that you're in a movie. This is a movie. This is Rocky. This is really a real life Rocky. And you know, I was on a movie set filming, and my phone is always off. You know, I get fired on my day off when my shit rings. And when I got a call to just clear up the air about the no knockout clause, I was on break. If I wasn't on break, I would have never got that call. You know what I mean? If I would have hesitated and drug my feet, I would have never got the opportunity. So I'm just thankful that I was in shape, I was training hard, and I clicked my mind in savage mode. One more question, because I want to be respectful.
Let's get a picture with you guys, please.
Sure.
Yeah, please.
Told you we were going to be a